The vaccination process of the cattle infected by foot and mouth disease in Limpopo's Vhembe district in Sundani village is underway. Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries Minister Senzeni Zokwana says the area remains under quarantine to curb any further infections. He was speaking at a media briefing in Pretoria after meeting role players from the industry today.
The infection was detected after there were reports of lame cattle, but the problem is being addressed.
Systems have been put in place so as to manage and monitor and ensure that it is contained and we sustain our FMD free status.
Less than 50 of the 15,000 cattle are infected. This has rattled some markets in the neighboring countries. Already Mozambique, Namibia and Botswana have banned South African meat products. The impact to trade in the past week has been devastating.
We've agreed that there will be one of the task teams will be to look at convincing our trading partners such that we retain the markets in where already we're having business with, so that we can minimize the impact thereof. As long as we can prove that the meat that we send to those areas is from compartments that are clear of FMD.
But consumers need not worry.
That FMD has no effect on human beings. There is no risk of anybody contacting anything. FMD is not transmissible to humans. So please enjoy your meat, have fun, and enjoy your braais. Thank you.
Farmers in the country have been cautioned to observe biosecurity measures. Mulimo Nemoto, SABC News, Pretoria.
Is with us now. Malemo, good evening. Can farmers expect help from government to deal with this, to help them with their losses tonight?
Good evening. As the Minister has outlined today in the briefing, he had a meeting with industry players to discuss the implications as well as to find solutions, mostly looking at the international trade. What transpired in that meeting is that a technical team made out of the department and the industry has been formed, that which will work together on fighting the current outbreak. And the meeting also has resolved to set up a trade committee that will engage with foreign markets. The team will look beyond the FMD and look at market gaps and opportunities, as the Minister has indicated that the impact in the past week has been devastating, in that some of the neighboring countries, as he outlined, have put a ban on the South African meat products. Those which include Mozambique, Namibia, and Botswana. But what he actually emphasized on is that work is happening already. They are busy vaccinating so that the animals that are affected can be cleaned, those that have been identified to be infected, and as well as continue, to quarantine the areas that are affected as well. Because as he indicated, the area that has been affected is a village called Sundani in the Vhembe district, where about less than 50 of the 15 of the 10,000 to 15,000 cattle have been affected. So he indicated that the area will remain under quarantine, and the vaccination process, as I've already indicated, has begun to ensure that there are no further infections.
Molemo, it has been a little bit of a rough time for our farmers. The listeriosis outbreak, which they were not responsible for, but might have had an impact on them as well. Some farmers might have been hit by avian flu a little bit before that. Are people there a little worried about the cumulative effect of all of this, that some of the problems in farming might be, sort of building up upon each other? Our reputation in international markets maybe is taking a little bit of a battering as a result. Are they worried about that?
Well, for now, the most concern is the question that the trade or the markets have been sort of rattled with some of the neighboring countries pulling out, or rather, banning meat products from South Africa. But as the minister outlined, he actually said that's a very small area to deal with. Nonetheless, it actually poses some serious concerns, because as it is the FMD free status is suspended, and the question that is in the minds of most of those that are affected is, when is it going to be regained? So he says that's going to be a long process, which is going to be very demanding. But then what needs to be done is to actually, like for now, work on successfully containing the outbreak through movement control and vaccination, while at the same time investigating the extent of the outbreak.
That was our reporter Molemo Motwa in Pretoria.